Okay, let's get started. Today is our first project. We are going to start our development for first project. Before starting, let's discuss about some best what we have to do. We have to design it. We have to architect our robot. Okay, so those things we will discuss now. So, which one? I am taking this a simple project which we are going to complete within 3 days of time. Okay, within 3 days we are going to complete our first project. It's a simple thing, an Excel and web application. We will do both. It involves an Excel operation and web application automation. Okay, a simple thing which will consist around 5-6 parts only. So we will finish it in next 3 days. We are going to finish now. Okay, so this is the BRD, business requirement document. This will be provided by client. Okay, client will provide us this business requirement document. Based on it, we will develop. Okay, let's have a discussion. Let's see what he is telling, what he wants to. Okay, read input values from the input Excel. Okay, in the first step they have mentioned that read input Excel, input values from the Excel, RE number and bank name. He wants us to read the RE number and bank name from the Excel sheet, from the input Excel sheet. Okay, then navigate to this particular URL, NSE India, after reading it, and then you have to enter first 3 characters of bank name in the search box. So you need to pass bank name variable which you have read in the Excel to the NSE India website, and we have to enter only first 3 characters, not more than that. Whatever they are giving, only we will extract first 3 characters from the bank name and we will enter it in the search box first. Okay, then select one of the list which matches the input file. If no exact found, select the item which includes in the input file. He is saying it will show some results after entering. Okay, then select the one which is exactly matching with your input Excel. So we have extracted first 3 characters, but there is a full bank name is there. Okay, you need to select only one out of the result set which is exactly matching. The first one is which is exactly matching first scenario, and the second scenario is going to be if you are not finding exact match, then go to the condition includes condition. That means the result set which is including in the input file, it should match up to some percentage. It should match, which is the highest matching percentage. You need to select that one. According to your input file, you are going to select one which is matching highest percentage value. Okay, and then if there are in the second case also you are it is not matching, then you will update no record found as a status. Okay, and extract the highlighted text in the below. He is asking us to extract. It's a simple process. So, and we need to, whatever we have extracted, we need to put it back into the Excel and save it and close it. Okay, bank name from the website, stock value, previous close, open, high, low. Okay, difference between column G and K from the Excel sheet. Column G in the sense he wants the difference between pre-close, previous close and close, 2 days close. Okay, that means it should give us the low. Okay, it will give the difference between the 2 dates stock value. Okay, and the date when you have processed our BOT processor record time and date. Just save it. Just a simple process we are going to do. Okay, before that we need to design it. This is our process, whole process. Now we need to divide it. We need to divide the whole task, whole process into, we have to design and architect our robot. Now how we are going to perform, how we are going to develop it. Okay, so there are some rules which we will follow. Based on that only we will divide. At least we need to consider them first. Okay, here are design approach. Okay, don't repeat yourself. That means it is saying that task should be independent. Don't repeat it. If let's say you have an Excel operation over here in our project, and the same thing is also there, same Excel operation at the end also. Here you are reading from it, and you have this. Let's say you have an Excel operation, you have to read values from it. Okay. In the same way, you have one more Excel, and you have to read it. So try to do the task in a such a way that both should have the whatever the common features are there, do it in a single bot. So that if something changes in the Excels, we should not change it always, right? If you have two Excels, if you have created two tasks, if one Excel is going to change, if something they are planned to change the Excel sheet, or they plan to add one more extra columns, you have to change it each and everywhere wherever you have used that Excel. In that case, whatever, you should not repeat each and every task. Sorry, where is that? Don't repeat yourself. Principle says that don't repeat yourself is a common principle of software engineering. Don't worry about it. Here, it ensures that your automation script is more manageable and easy to maintain, as the modifications of any single element does not require change in the other logically unrelated areas. So, okay task, ఒక్క task ni each and every time repeat చేయొద్దు అంటున్నారు. Okay, you will దీని గురించి మళ్ళీ డిస్కస్ చేద్దాం కావాలంటే. You will discuss, don't worry about this point. So create a task independently from each and every task. If they plan to change in the Excel, you should not change the whole task, right? For that purpose, create each and everything separately. It should not depend on other things like Excel, any other things. Develop in such a way so that if they are changing the Excel also, it should work. That is how you need to do. And don't repeat the same task again and again. Okay, there are some limitations for these principles also. Okay, based on the process they will change. We don't have a defined structure or defined design procedures for in RPA. These are some common principles which we will follow. We will take these things into consideration while dividing our task first. If not possible, there is no option for us. We need to repeat it anyway. Okay, and single responsibility principle. Each and every bot should have its own functionality. Based on the functionality, divide it first. For example, in our project, we have seen one Excel and web automation. So Excel is one functionality, web is another. So divide them into two. Each and everything should be different now. So whatever the operations which I am doing it in the web operation going to be done in one ATMX file, the Excel one is going to be in another, and I will club them. But okay, so single responsibility saying that a bot should have responsibility over a single part of functionality. Okay, and decoupling and loose coupling. This means whenever there is a possibility that we should not have some dependency on other tasks. Let's say you have Excel operation. You have developed till Excel only. We haven't developed till our web thing, our NSE. We haven't automated it. Let's say for today we are completing our Excel operations. Whatever they have said, reading Excel's configuration file, we have completed till now. So you should be in a position to test it that alone. When you try to run that Excel, at least your bot should read that values. That means you should not depend on the other task too, which will give some values, then only it will work. Okay, try to reduce the dependency between the subtask and the calling task. Definitely there will be some dependency, but try to eliminate as much as you can. Okay, and the next thing is reusable. These are all the main points actually. Reusable smaller bots to create more automations. Let's say in one process you have Excel operation. Design your task or design your script, develop your script such a way that it will be useful for other processes also. make use of it. Whatever the Excel operation you are doing, if you have the same operation in another Excel, okay, by making some slightly changes, it should work to other process also. Just changing your Excel path or changing your header information, it should work to that Excel also. Design some smaller components, reusable components, so that it will be easy for you to, whenever there is the same functionality, like reading data from Excel sheet or eliminating duplicates from Excel, like this, copying 2 or 3 columns from one Excel to other Excel, and design it. Don't do that for that task only. Try to eliminate all the things whatever specific to that Excel. For example, deleting duplicate elements, this is common, there also it is common. The only thing is the information changes here, the header values changes, the Excel path changes. So keep them aside, keep them outside, so that if you have the same functionality in another process, or somebody, your colleague or your teammate have the same functionality which you have to work, so don't develop it again and again. Just you make use of that component which you have made. Okay, identify them and make use of them. Smaller parts can be tested alone. I explained, right? If you have completed till Excel operation, you should be in a position to test it. You should not depend on other processes. Okay, make use of those things. Unit testing should be done on each and every single. Okay, so these are all the principles. Anyway, you will get to know more about these things while we are developing. Okay, so this is the bar structure I have explained in the first class itself. Okay, folder structure. Okay, this is the folder structure. These are all some best practices. Anyway, I will share this document with you. Okay, don't worry about this. Any questions? Anybody from offline, online?
No, sir.
Hello?
Hello. Hello.
Hello, who's this?
I'm Nandan.
Nandan. కొంచెం వాయిస్ లో వస్తుంది నందన్ కొంచెం.
Once you explain again, sir,
సింగిల్ రెస్పాన్సిబిలిటీ ప్రిన్సిపల్ కావాలా? సింగిల్ రెస్పాన్సిబిలిటీ ప్రిన్సిపల్ ఏం లేదా నందన్, ఒకే టాస్క్ ని ఈచ్ అండ్ ఎవ్రీ టైం ఏమంటున్నారంటే ఇంకో దానిపైన డిపెండ్ అవ్వకుండా, ఒక టాస్క్ ఇంకో టాస్క్ పైన డిపెండ్ అవ్వకూడదు నీకు. ఓకే, ఒక టాస్క్ తెలుగు అర్థం అవుద్దా? ఓకే, సో ఒక టాస్క్ క్రియేట్ చేసావు, ఆ టాస్క్ ఇంకో టాస్క్ పైన డిపెండ్ అవ్వకుండా ఉండాలి నీకు ఈచ్ అండ్ ఎవ్రీ టైం. There will be some dependency, but try to eliminate as much as you can. అంతే సింపుల్ గా. ఇప్పుడు ఒక ఎక్సెల్ ఆపరేషన్ ఉంటుంటే అదానికి ఒక టాస్క్ క్రియేట్ చేయి అంటున్నారు సపరేట్ గా. ఓకే, ఒక వెబ్ అప్లికేషన్ ఆటోమేషన్ ఉంది, ఈచ్ అండ్ ఎవ్రీ పేజ్ లో కాంప్లెక్సిటీని బట్టి డివైడ్ చేసేస్తాం. ఇక్కడంటే మనకు 2 pages, కానీ కాంప్లెక్సిటీలో ఒక 10 pages నావిగేషన్ ఉంది వెబ్ పేజ్ లో. సో ఈచ్ అండ్ ఇప్పుడు ఎక్కడ ఎర్రర్ వస్తుందో ఈజీగా ఐడెంటిఫై చేయాలంటే ఏంటంటే ఆ టోటల్ 10 pages ని డివైడ్ చేస్తాం. ఫస్ట్ 2 pages ఒక టాస్క్, నెక్స్ట్ 2 pages ఒక టాస్క్. డిపెండెన్సీ వాటి పైన ఉన్న ఫంక్షనాలిటీస్ వాటిని బట్టి ఈచ్ అండ్ ఎవ్రీ ప్రాసెస్ కు డిఫరెంట్ గా ఉంటుంది. ఇది సేమ్ ప్రిన్సిపల్ ని ఫాలో అవుతామని లేదు, కానీ వీటిని కన్సిడర్ చేయాలి ఒకసారి. ఇలాంటివి ఈ వన్ ఆఫ్ ది ప్రిన్సిపల్ లో ఏదైనా అప్లికేబుల్ అవుతుంది అనే ఒక పాసిబిలిటీ ఉంటే టాస్క్ ని సపరేట్ చేయండి అంటున్నాను. ఓకే, డిపెండెన్సీ తగ్గించడం ఒకటి, అది రిపీట్ అవ్వకూడదు. టాస్క్ సేమ్ టాస్క్ ను మళ్ళీ కాల్ చేసే ఇది ఉండకూడదు మనకు. ఒకసారి యూజ్ చేసుకుంటే మళ్ళీ ఇంకోసారి అలాంటిదే కోడ్ రాయకుండా టాస్క్ ని కాల్ చేద్దాం, కానీ కోడ్ రిపీట్ చేయకూడదు. సేమ్ కోడ్ ఈచ్ అండ్ ఎవ్రీ టైం. ఓకే, ఇప్పుడు ఎక్సెల్ ఆపరేషన్ ఉంది, సేమ్ ఎక్సెల్ ఆపరేషన్ నీకు ఎన్ లో కూడా ఉంది. సో అక్కడంటే ఎక్స్ట్రాక్షన్, ఇక్కడ గెట్టింగ్ కానీ అది డిఫరెంట్ సినారియో. ఇక్కడ కానీ సేమ్ రీడింగ్ ఉన్నప్పుడు అదే టాస్క్ ని కాల్ చేయమంటున్నాను నేను. సేమ్ టాస్క్ కాల్ చేయండి. ఇన్స్టెడ్ ఆఫ్ కోడింగ్ ఇట్ అగైన్ అండ్ అగైన్, కాల్ ద సేమ్ టాస్క్. అంటే నీకు ఇప్పుడు ఎక్సెల్లో వాళ్ళు ఎక్కడ చేంజ్ చేసినా సరే ఒక దగ్గర చేంజ్ చేసుకుంటే సరిపోద్ది సింపుల్ గా. 2 times కాల్ చేస్తున్నావు కానీ ఒకే దగ్గర చేంజ్ చేసేలాగా ఉండాలి మన కోడ్. ఓకే
ఓకే.
యప్. ఇదేంటంటే థియరిటికల్గా వెళ్తే అంత ఈజీగా అర్థం కాదు ప్రిన్సిపల్స్ ఇవి. థియరిటికల్గా అంత ఈజీగా ఏదో ఉంది అనిపిస్తుంది కానీ అలా క్లారిటీ రాదు ఒకటి. సో వన్స్ డెవలప్మెంట్ స్టార్ట్ చేసినప్పుడు ఎలా డివైడ్ చేస్తున్నామో జస్ట్ అబ్జర్వ్ చేయండి. ఇంకో ప్రాసెస్ను మీరు తీసుకొని మీరు ఎలా డివైడ్ చేస్తున్నారో చెప్పండి. అండ్ పవన్ మీరేనా మీ ఎక్సెల్ షీట్ చూశాను ఎస్టర్డే, మీరు ఒక షేర్ చేశారు కదా ఎక్సెల్, చాలా డిస్కస్ చేయాలి దాంట్లో, చూద్దాం. ఓకే, సో let's start our development. Okay, so this is our first thing. So here I am dividing this, like I have an Excel operation. This is going to be one task for us now. Just a simple process, don't worry. In the second project we are going to take one application. It is more complex. It involves Excel, SAP application, Windows application, and one more thing is a status, I think. Yeah, around 4 applications. It involves 4 applications. There we are going to create around 10 to 12 bots. Okay, it's a just simple process. I want you to first understand the concepts, then we will go for the complexity. We will increase the complexity. Okay. Yep. డీకప్లింగ్ అంటే ఒక టాస్క్ నుంచి ఇంకో టాస్క్కి ఏంటంటే వేరియబుల్స్ పాస్ చేసుకుంటాం. వేరియబుల్స్ ఒక టాస్క్ నుంచి ఇంకో టాస్క్కి వేరియబుల్స్ పాసెస్ జరుగుతుంది మనకి రన్ టాస్క్ కాల్ చేస్తున్నప్పుడు. అది బై డైరెక్షనల్ వే. కాలింగ్ వేరియబుల్స్ అనేది ఏంటంటే బై డైరెక్షనల్ వేలో ఉంటుంది. ఏఏలో నువ్వు ఏ టాస్క్ నుంచి అయితే కాల్ చేస్తున్నావు ప్లస్ ఇప్పుడు మెయిన్ టాస్క్ టు సబ్ టాస్క్ కాల్ చేస్తున్నాను. సో మెయిన్ టాస్క్ నుంచి రావాల్సిన మెయిన్ టాస్క్ వాళ్ళు వస్తాయి, సబ్ టాస్క్ నుంచి మళ్ళీ రిటర్న్ వెళ్ళాల్సినవి కూడా అవే వేరియబుల్తో వెళ్తాయి, సేమ్ థింగ్. సో అదేంటంటే డిపెండెన్సీ తగ్గించుకుంటే ఏంటంటే అది ఏంది, ఇప్పుడు సేమ్ వేరియబుల్ నేమ్స్ క్రియేట్ చేస్తామని చెప్పాను. ఇంకో వేరియబుల్ ఇంకో దానికి మ్యాప్ అవ్వకుండా అదేంటంటే బై డైరెక్షనల్ వే కప్లింగ్ ని అవాయిడ్ చేస్తాం మనం. బై డైరెక్షనల్ వేలో ఉండాలి అంటున్నాను సింపుల్ గా చెప్పాలంటే. ఆ కప్లింగ్ అంటే ఏంటంటే రన్ టాస్క్ కాల్ చేసేటప్పుడు ఇంకా హై లెవెల్లో డిస్కస్ చేద్దాం. ఓకే, ఒక టాస్క్ క్రియేట్ చేసిన తర్వాత చూద్దాం దాని గురించి ఏంటి అనేది. డోంట్ వరీ. ఓకే, సో టుడే we are going to create some common principles or common things what we have to do. We are discussing from the last 2 days, creating configuration files, log files, error handler, everything, right? So let's get started with our first thing, creating configuration file for our bot now, for our NSE India. Okay, we will create it. So before that you need to do the folder structure. Everybody knows if you have attended that first 2 classes. Okay, if you don't, just ask the videos and have a look at it. Okay, they will share you the videos if you have not attended those 2 classes. Okay, have a look. If you have any doubts, ask me. Okay, first thing is we need to create our folder structure for our NSE India. Okay, let's name it. What you want me to name our main robot? Stack value calculator. Okay, stack value calculator, and inside it NSE India. And the rest of the things are going to be same in all the processes. Okay, just I am copying. Everybody know, right? And in the same way, just let me copy this also, and inside my tasks. Okay, and I'm deleting all of this. This is our first thing, folder structure. Then inside my docs we need to create our configuration file. Okay, stack value calculator, NSE India configuration file, and then I will just edit it based on our thing. Okay, I don't input file path, I just need to change this input file path. Now we are going to use one Excel. Okay, which is going to be inside our input folder. If it is not there also, if they are placing their input file inside shared path, you need to copy it from there and you need to put it inside your input folder. Okay, if they are not allowing, you need to get the data from there itself, from the shared path only. Two ways. Okay. Inside input path, input folder, we need to, sorry. Here we need to have that input Excel file. So in our case, let me copy that. So this is going to be our input Excel, which we are going to use. So this is our path now. We are going to use this one. Control C. As I said, take it from here only up to Control V. Okay, dot input dot Excel. Okay, sorry, slash. Inside input folder, we have input Excel now. This is our Excel name. Okay, if they are changing our Excel name or Excel path, we will change it here only directly. Okay, and the slash. And what is the next thing we need? That's it. We don't have any output file here. We don't have any output file in this process. We are directly making that input file. Whatever we have created is the only output file. In that file only we are entering the data, whatever the output details. And the next thing is, that's it. I think these are the only three things we are using. Okay. And let's check manually whatever we have created is according to correctly or not, and if there is any mistake it will show us, right? Yeah, it is right, it is perfect. Now let's get started with our development. So we are dividing this task. The first phase is going to be reading configuration file. Okay, that is going to be our subtask, and then reading data from our input Excel. Okay, inside that I will call it, because the same Excel we are going to use now. For input and output, we are going to use the same Excel in this particular process. According to our BRD, in the same Excel, we have to enter our output also. Sorry. So in the same Excel, they are not changing the Excel. Here we don't have any output Excel, separate Excel or separate file for it. So the same thing we are going to use. So our BART structure is, first it will read the configuration, okay, and then it will go to our input Excel and it will read that first two columns of whatever there. Then it will go to our website. So first thing is reading configuration. In the main task, first we will call our read configuration file. Then we will call our read Excel. Inside read Excel, I will call my NS India, whatever the web operations we are going to do, web functionality inside our NS India website, whatever there they have mentioned, we will create one more task and we will call it simply. So we need some data from the Excel. We need two values as input to the NSC website, and after NSC website it will extract some data and it will give it to Excel. Okay, in the same Excel sheet I will create one task for Excel sheet and I will call my NSC India, whatever the web operations inside NSC India. So for reading after operations, whatever the output, we will do it in the same task inside the Excel sheet only. We will do it will give you the output, just you need to put it back to the Excel. Okay, this is how eliminating decoupling. We call it as decoupling. So I am not creating separate task for entering some data to that Excel sheet. Instead, I am just calling, because NSE India, whatever the website operations are there, are going to be common before reading and putting the Excel, whatever the data it is giving, our output details, inside the same Excel only we have to do that operation. So I'm just calling that Excel inside Excel sheet. Now we have, in the first class I said, we should not exceed up to level 3. Our main task is going to be 1. Inside that I am calling Excel sheet, and the next thing is going to be NS India. So we are not violating that also. Okay. And one more thing you need to follow, don't exceed up to 300 lines. After 300 lines, don't code it. Okay. Excluding comments. Your bot one task should not exceed 300 lines of code. Okay. Maybe some exceptions you have up to 350 you can use, but with proper justification. Okay. Don't exceed behind 300 lines. Okay, let's start it. Let me create our task, read configuration task, new task, task editor. Sorry, here I need to change it actually, these things. Perfect, right? Okay, anyway, we are in the dev region. I will not change the rest, don't worry. Save it. Now, read configuration. First task is going to be our reading configuration information. Okay, just read it. Open your XML command and start session. Name it as read config, session name. Then the file location for stack value calculator and India configuration. And okay, and then we need to change some path locations. Automation and F2AA. This is the only path which we are going to hard code inside in our whole development, because we don't have any options to keep this outside. Okay, this is the only path which we are going to hard code, and the rest of the whatever there we will keep it inside that. Okay, anyway the paths which are not going to change mostly, but we will keep them outside. And the next thing is get nodes. We need to read. Before that, we need to create variables for it. Add str region, save str into max limit. Till now I haven't explained what is max limit actually, so you will get to know, don't worry. And the next thing is str input file path. Str log file path. ఇదా యాక్చువల్గా దీన్ని చెక్ చేయం మనం. వేరియబుల్స్ క్రియేట్ చేసేటప్పుడు మనం చెక్ చేయం రెగ్యులర్ ఎక్స్ప్రెషన్. ఒకవేళ వచ్చే వాల్యూ ఏదైతే స్టోర్ చేస్తున్నామో రెగ్యులర్ ఎక్స్ప్రెషన్ ఫాలో అవ్వాలంటే, సపోజ్ మీకు ఓన్లీ క్యారెక్టర్సే ఉండాలి ఆ వాల్యూస్కి, అయితేనే యాక్సెప్ట్ చేస్తాను. ఓన్లీ నేమ్లో అయితే నంబర్స్ ఉండకూడదు. ఒక నేమ్ రీడ్ చేస్తున్నాం, ఎస్టీఆర్ ఫస్ట్ నేమ్ అని ఒక వేరియబుల్ క్రియేట్ చేశాను, దాంట్లోకి ఓన్లీ ఫస్ట్ నేమే రావాలి, అంటే ఫస్ట్ నేమ్లో నంబర్స్ ఉండవు. సో రెగ్యులర్ ఎక్స్ప్రెషన్ యూస్ చేసుకొని దానికి ఆ ఎక్స్ప్రెషన్ ఇస్తే ఓన్లీ ఆల్ఫాబెటికల్లో ఉండే క్యారెక్టర్స్ మాత్రమే అలౌ చేయి, మిగతావి అలౌ చేస్తే తీసుకోవాలి, అలా చేస్తాం దానికి. కానీ ఇక్కడ ఎప్పుడు వేరియబుల్ క్రియేట్ చేసేటప్పుడు ఎప్పుడు చెక్ చేయం మనం. ఒకవేళ అలాంటి వ్యాలిడేషన్ ఏదైనా చేయాలంటే స్ట్రింగ్ ఆపరేషన్లో చేస్తాం. అది అక్కడ ఉంది ఆప్షన్ మనకి ఈజీగా, ఒక రెగ్యులర్ ఎక్స్ప్రెషన్ ఫాలో అయ్యి చేసేది. సో అక్కడ చేస్తాం, ఇక్కడ ఎప్పుడు చెక్ చేయం మనం. ఓకే, ఇక్కడ చెక్ చేసినా చెక్ చేయకుండా నేను చాలా రోజుల నుంచి ఇది నాకు ఒక క్వశ్చన్ ఉండిపోయింది అసలు ఏఐలో. ఇక్కడ చెక్ చేస్తే ఏంటి చెక్. ఎస్ జనరల్గా దానిపైన చాలా వరకు ఉంది. దీనికి వాల్యూ పాస్ చేయాల్సి ఉంటుంది మనం. ఎక్కడైతే నేను వైల్డ్ క్యారెక్టర్ అని ఫస్ట్ క్లాస్లో ఒకటి ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేశాను, స్టార్ అని, గుర్తుందా మీకు? వర్షన్ నెంబర్స్ వస్తే కానీ ఏదైనా వస్తే స్టార్ అని పాస్ చేస్తాను. ఆ కేసులో ఇక్కడ చెక్ చేస్తాను జనరల్గా. కానీ యాక్చువల్ రెగ్యులర్ ఎక్స్ప్రెషన్ నేను ఇందాక ఫస్ట్లో డిస్కస్ చేసినప్పుడు ఒక నేమ్లో నంబర్స్ రాకూడదు. అలాంటి వ్యాలిడేషన్ ఎప్పుడు స్ట్రింగ్ ఆపరేషన్ యూస్ చేసుకొని చేస్తాం మనం. ఓకే, అండ్ ఇఫ్ యూ వాంట్ రిప్లేస్ ఎప్పుడైనా సరే ఒక ఫైల్ నేమ్ ఇవ్వాలి. ఒక అవుట్పుట్ ఫైల్ నేమ్ ఏదో ఒకటి జనరేట్ చేస్తున్నాం అనుకుందాం, ఏదో ఒక దానికి ఫైల్ నేమ్ నువ్వు ఎంటర్ చేయాలి. ఫైనల్గా ఆ ఫైల్ నేమ్ ఎంటర్ చేస్తే స్పెషల్ క్యారెక్టర్స్ అలౌ చేసుకో. ఫైల్స్ నేమ్ ఇచ్చేటప్పుడు మనం సేవ్ యాజ్ అని ఎప్పుడైనా వచ్చినప్పుడు మీరు ట్రై చేయండి, స్పెషల్ క్యారెక్టర్ అలౌ చేయదు. సో అక్కడ రియల్ టైంలో ఏదైనా ఫైల్ నేమ్ జనరేట్ చేయాలి. లైక్ ఇన్ అవర్ కేస్ ఓన్లీ, ఇఫ్ ఐ వాంట్ యూ టు generate, okay, let's do some changes to our BRD now. Okay, it is in our hands because it is the client is, we are choosing that project, so let's change it. I want that output whatever we are extracting from the NSC India is going to be in a text file. In text we are going to generate text file for each and every row in your input Excel sheet, and you will put all the values inside of. Okay, let's say comma separator, or it may be line by line, in new line, each and every time in new line you have to enter. Is it fine? We will change it. I will change the BRD also. Anyway we haven't developed, so we will change it to the output whatever we are extracting from the website is going to be inside a text file now. Okay, you have to name it whatever the input we are reading. From the input file we are reading two lines, first two lines, RE number and the bank name. So your file name is going to be now SC number underscore the bank name which you are reading based on the record. Let's say for example in this, if you are processing your first record, okay, the first two columns are going to be RE number 12345, file name, follow this file name 12345 underscore State Bank of India. Your file name, the output file name is going to be. While processing the next record, that means inside your Excel sheet you have one more 10 rows. So first record and the second record name is going to be 123456 underscore HDFC Bank. Like this you have to name it for your output file. Okay, we are going to whatever we are extracting here from the highlighted ones, bank name, previous close, low, high, whatever, are going to be in a text file. Okay, not in the Excel. It will increase our complexity now. So each and every time we will create one more task for this to whatever extracted data, the output data, we will create one more task which will generate our output, which will generate our output. Okay, if you have any error, you need to enter error inside your in the output file. Okay, this is how it will be. I will make some changes for it. Okay, and I will share that the BRD thing, and we will start our development. Okay, anyway I will share it. Yes, for each and every record inside for each and every row inside your input file there will be one output file for individual text output file. If there is no record, you need to enter no record as a status thing. Okay, we'll do the changes, don't worry. Okay, so let's complete doing our read configuration file. Okay, don't worry about this regular expression, we won't do the check this during our projects. If we have any operations based on it, we will do it using string operation. There we have same thing. Here we have that regular expression thing. Here we will pass that regular expression thing. If you don't know about regular expression, go and search it in the Google. You will find some regular expressions to validate only characters, only numbers, to eliminate our special characters. We have some regular expressions. Okay, based on it we will do it. Okay, we will use find and replace thing, and if you want to replace it, you will replace it directly. Okay, we will see how it works. Anyway, so again the next thing is going to be, sorry, before that we need to do some comments first. This is just some decorating part, just leave it. This is going to be a first comment. Not always, but to identify that it was developed by you, the developer name, everything about the process. Okay, small description about the process here. The first comment after the 2 stars. The next thing is going to be this thing we won't have. The next comment is going to be description about the task. What your read configuration task will do. Some small description you need to give. Okay, it will read the configuration settings for NSC India process. Inside just mention read configuration config.xml. Okay, and the next thing is going to be some small description about the task. Okay, anything, whatever it may be, whatever you think appropriate is going to, you will enter it over there. And the next thing is date. Okay, date, sorry, developer, description. Okay, and the next thing is Control C. This is a standard header we will follow for all the tasks. Just I will copy paste it. If I am going to create one more task, I will just copy paste. So today's date, the development date 16th. So that if you are doing any changes to this particular task, you need to log it in the header. What are the changes you did? Okay, 2017 name is good. Karthik, you will give your name, initial development. Okay, once after initial development, okay, after completing your whole development, you will move the code to UAT. He will test it. He will give you some failure scenarios. Then again you will do the UAT fixes. You will do, your description is going to be UAT fixes. These are all the line numbers I have changed. Description. In the next same thing, you just need to copy paste one more line whenever you are trying to change the task after uploading to your control room. Okay, you completed your development, full development, you got some changes, you are changing, so you will change the date. If you are the developer, you will provide your name only. If somebody is working on your task, they will provide their name and the changes, UAT fixes. Some fixes are there, these are all the fixes we did. Okay, you will give it in the description. If it is a production changes, you will change it to production changes, so the same thing. So it is going to be like a log file now. Okay, whenever you are touching your task, once after uploading to your control room, if you are trying to change it again, then you need to do this procedure. Okay, for loss of data, because we don't have any structured procedure. Definitely, if somebody is changing the code, we will follow this procedure. Okay, and the next thing is going to be the same thing. Okay, in our case it is an initial development case. Okay, leave it. And the next thing is going to be input output variables. So if this task is getting any input values from other tasks, you need to provide, you need to enter the variable names. Okay, like this, input values, and with comma separated you need to type each and every variable name. Okay, if you are getting anything from the other tasks, like in our Excel sheet and in NS India, we will get two values from NS India to from Excel to NS India. So you will pass those two. Okay, and the next two, if you are if the task is giving any output values, you will pass them the next line output values. So all the variables which you are going to get as output, you will enter it over here. In the configuration file, everything is going to be output. There is no input for it, except in our configuration file. Just they are asking you to enter the values. Okay, so the output values, everything is output value for our read configuration thing. Okay, so we will do that later. Okay. Okay, this is going to be our header. Okay, it may change from client to client also. They will change it accordingly. They will provide you the header, standard header. Just you need to make some these changes, whatever you are doing. Okay. So next thing is get nodes. XPath expression, again same thing. Inside configuration. Sorry. Slash region. Okay, assign it to str region. And the same thing, max limit. Assign it to max limit. If you don't know how to do the read configuration, what I am doing right now, that means you don't know about these XML operations. Okay, I assume that everybody knows some at least up to 60-70% of comments. Okay, if you don't know, please do let me know before itself, because you won't understand without this what I am doing. I assume everybody knows up to 60-70% of AA commands. Okay, that's why we are directly going to do our projects. We are planning to do our projects. If you don't know, please let me know. In the second class, we have discussed, right, str region, and then actual input file path. Okay, still give me a sec. Let me check my thing first before doing whole thing. F2 str region. Save it. Sorry. Read config underscore task. Okay, this is perfect. Okay. And don't use message boxes inside your process. Don't ever try to use those message boxes unless until if the process requires. Okay. If you are using and if you are not checking this box, your process will stop there itself. If you are close after 5 seconds, or if you are not going to check this, and if you are using any message box, so you unless if somebody is going to click on OK, it will not proceed further. Okay, that's why if the process don't require anything, just don't use. Okay, for your unit testing, for your testing purpose, you can use and just delete it. once after. Okay, just now I did, right? I want to make sure that everything is perfect, so just I placed one message box and I checked, and after that I have deleted. Okay, input file path. We have output file path also, we need to add it to our configuration file. Okay, just now we changed our process to increase the complexity. So it will, we will do with snapshot path. Sorry, oh, we haven't created it. Okay, let it be. We need to change these things. This is for log file path. Log file path. This is for input file path. Add str snapshot path. Add str log file path. Sorry, output file. Output file path. Str snapshot path. Save it. And let me add one more thing for here. Output path. Sorry, output file. Control C. Control V. And I have to change it here in this instead of snapshot. We have directly output. Okay, this is our folder where we are going to place all our output files now. Okay, save it. So this is our read configuration. Okay, we can if you want to close that session, you can close it by using. Okay, if you don't want also, it won't affect our development. If you want to end XML session, you can make use of it. Once after completing all the configuration sessions, if you want to call this, you can call it, or if you are not calling also, it won't affect us. Okay, but our code should follow some best practices here, so you need to close it. Okay, once after reading, you need to close it. But if you are not calling also, it won't affect us. Once after reading all the things, you can do this. Okay. యాడ్ చేయలేదా? ఓకే, ఏది వన్స్ ఆఫ్టర్ ఆల్ ద ఆపరేషన్స్ అయిపోయాయి ఎక్సెల్లో అన్నప్పుడు క్లోజ్ చేయాల్సింది. ఇంకా క్లోజ్ ఎక్సెల్ డేటా, ఎక్సెల్ క్లోజ్ చేయడం అంటేనే అది. ఎక్సెల్ను క్లోజ్ చేయడము, సెషన్ని ఎండ్ చేయడం రెండు ఒకటే ఆపరేషన్ వైజ్. ఇదే ఇక్కడ క్లోజ్ చేయకుండా ఏంటంటే క్లోజ్ ఎక్సెల్ అని పాస్ చేసామంటే అప్పటికి సెషన్ ఎండ్ చేసేస్తున్నాను. ఇంకా అదే ఎక్సెల్ మళ్ళీ యూస్ చేయాలంటే కొత్త సెషన్తో ఓపెన్ చేసుకోవాలి నువ్వు మళ్ళీ. ఈ టాస్క్ చూశాను, చాలా డిస్కస్ చేయాలి దాంట్లో. అదే అర్థమైంది, అదే ఎక్సెల్ గురించి చూశాను, చాలా చేంజెస్ ఉన్నాయి దాని ప్రకారం అయితే మీరు చేసిన. లేదు అదే మీరు కానీ ఇప్పుడు చెప్తే ఈజీగా అర్థమైపోద్ది, ఇంత ఈజీగా చేయొచ్చు అని. ఓకే ఓకే, అది చూద్దాం అది. నాకు ఎందుకో ఈరోజు మార్నింగ్ మీ మెయిల్ చూశాను లేచాక, ఒకసారి చూద్దాం ఎలా ఉంది అనేది చూశాను. ఫుల్ కాంప్లెక్స్ చేసేసారు దాన్ని, టాస్క్ ని. చాలా కాంప్లెక్స్ అనిపించేసింది నాకు. సింగిల్ లైన్స్ తో అయిపోగొట్టేయచ్చు డైరెక్ట్ గా. ఓకే, సో దిస్ ఈస్ గోయింగ్ టు బి అవర్ కాన్ఫిగరేషన్ ఫైల్. ఓకే okay, we will add it. If we add anything else, we will add it inside this block. Okay, I'm closing this session for now. Okay, so this is going to be our read configuration thing. If you want to check, just check it by placing your message box and just delete once after checking. Okay, whether we are getting all the values or not. Just provide max limit 1 by 1 f2 str input to just check for ourselves. Okay, whether we are getting the data or not. That's it, right? Snapshot path. If we are not getting anything, so we will, whatever we have created, found in the line number 14 there is a mistake. Output file path, what we are giving, right? Oh, maybe I haven't saved. Check it. So whatever you seen one error, node not found. Okay, let me run it for you. Save it. Let me explain you about that. If we are getting again. Read configuration. Please open the task. Line number 14. There is an error actually. The output file path. Everything is perfect here. It looks like everything is okay. ఎక్కడ XML ఫైల్ ఎక్కడ? అది ప్రాబ్లం లేదు, అది 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 మన ఇష్యూ కాదు. అది ఇక్కడ ఇచ్చిన ఇక్కడ అంటున్నారు కదా, అది జస్ట్ ఒక ఫోల్డర్, మన ఫోల్డర్ డిఫరెన్షియేట్ చేస్తుంది అంతే. అక్కడ స్లాష్ ఇస్తున్నాము అంటే ఏంటంటే అక్కడ వరకు ఓకే, ఆ తర్వాత అది కాదు, మనకు వాల్యూతో మ్యాటర్ కాదు. ఇక్కడ ఇక్కడ నోడ్ నాట్ అంటే ఇక్కడ మిస్టేక్ ఉంది, మనం ఇచ్చిన లైన్కి ఇక్కడికి అక్కడికి మిస్టేక్ ఉందని చెప్తుంది. జనరల్గా ఏఏలో మనకి ఈ వాల్యూతో ఏ ప్రాబ్లం లేదు, అందులో నువ్వు ఏమి ఇచ్చుకున్నా అది రెడీ చేసేస్తుంది. సో ప్రాబ్లం ఇక్కడ మనకి ఇందులో చూపిస్తుంది అంటున్నాడు. సో XML లో ప్రాబ్లం లేదు, కానీ ఇది అది మ్యాచ్ అవ్వట్లేదు. మనం అవుట్పుట్ ఫైల్ పాత్ once after reading it. Okay, give me a sec. Slash output file path. అందులో అయితే కరెక్ట్ గానే చూపిస్తుంది, ఇది తప్ప. STR రీజన్ లోనే సేవ్ చేసిన కరెక్టే. ఓకే 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 సారీ 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 జస్ట్ అబ్జర్వ్, ఇక్కడ రీజియన్ వచ్చేసి యూఏటీలో ఇక్కడికి వచ్చి ఇక్కడ రీడ్ చేస్తుంది యాక్చువల్ వాల్యూస్, అక్కడ అవుట్పుట్ లేదు మనకి. సో ఇక్కడ 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 మిస్టేక్ ఉంది, ఈ వాల్యూస్ రీడ్ చేస్తుంది, ఈ వాల్యూస్ రీడ్ చేయడానికి ట్రై చేస్తుంది, అక్కడ అవుట్పుట్ అనేదే లేదు మనకు. మిగతా 3కి ఏదో ఒక వాల్యూ ఉంది, కానీ మిగతా నోట్స్కి అవుట్పుట్ అనే నోడే క్రియేట్ చేయలేదు మనం యూఏటీకి. సో ఇప్పుడు మనకు ఓన్లీ డెవ్ వాల్యూస్ కావాలి కాబట్టి ఓన్లీ డెవ్ అని చేంజ్ చేశాను. ఇక్కడ సెకండ్ క్లాస్లో చెప్పాను వీటి యూసేజ్ ఏంది అనేది, సేమ్ థింగ్. ఓకే, సో నౌ లెట్ మీ రన్ ఇట్. So these are all the values we are getting. Okay, I think everything looks perfect. So this is going to be our configuration file for this process. Okay, and just delete it once after using. Save it. This is the first task. Okay, any questions? From tomorrow we will do that Excel thing, and I will change that BRD according to our output file, whatever we have planned today. Okay, we are going to generate one output text file for each and every record. Okay. Any questions?